Ze om 10:15 met Oldfield vragen naar de receptie te lopen en de politie te bellen. Als de politie niet verschijnt, zo zeggen ze, gaat iemand naar de receptie om te kijken wat er aan de hand is. De politie zegt dat ze rond 11:10 voor het eerst gebeld is. In eerste instantie wordt het appartement niet als plaatsdelict beschouwd, wat de politie later op kritiek komt te staan.
There had been quite a few people in the apartment, but not into the bedroom. That was limited to myself, Kate, I think two of our friends, the two GNR officers, and I think the translator. I was certainly saying to people to stay out of the room. There was no sealing off of the room, and the twins were still sleeping in their cots. So we tried to leave it as undisturbed as possible. And they slept very soundly until we moved them out of the cots into the other apartment. Which does make you wonder about whether there was any substances used to keep them asleep.
De politie heeft dit niet verder onderzocht. Laat op die avond bellen de McCanns naar huis.
I think it would be about 11:30, and I'm guessing now, I might be wrong. There was a phone call, and it was Jerry on the phone. And he said, it's a disaster. It's a disaster. And he was quite hysterical.
He's absolutely uncontrollable. He's howling and screaming down the phone. They've taken her. She's gone.
He was walking the streets of Praia da Luz at 3:30. I think most of the search party had disbanded by then, and he was still crying his eyes out.
What was Kate like? What sort of state was she in?
She was distressed, obviously. She just asked me if I had the telephone number of Father Paul Seddon. Paul Seddon is a friend of theirs who's a Catholic priest who actually married Jerry and Kate and baptised Madeleine. And for some reason, at that stage, Kate needed to make contact with Paul. She needed the strength that comes from having faith.
We texted a couple of times. Just, pray for us. Pray for Madeleine.
Kate and Jerry McCann, they have both been today declared acquitted with no bail conditions.
Madeleine is weg. 'S Ochtends vroeg wordt het hele resort uitgekampt. Dit zijn agenten van de GNR, de geuniformeerde Portugese politie. Maar het onderzoek wordt nu geleid door mensen van de Policia Judiciaria, de gerechtelijke politie.
We would again like to appeal for any information, however small, that may lead to the safe return of Madeleine.
De eerste smeekbeden worden gedaan. Het is dan nog niet bekend dat er op dat moment al rechercheurs zijn die journalisten vertellen dat ze de McCanns niet geloven.
Ao nível de fontes ligadas à Polícia Judiciária, à Polícia Portuguesa, de que a história estava muito mal contada por parte do casal McCann e dos seus amigos.
Binnen 2 dagen na de verdwijning van Madeleine schrijft een misdaadverslaggever een artikel in het Portugese dagblad Diário de Noticias met als kop een slecht verteld verhaal.
Começamos a ter informações segundo as quais a polícia suspeitava da tese, desconfiava, não acreditaria na tese de rapto que tinha sido lançada pelos pais. Em suma, a polícia começou a suspeitar dos pais quase desde a primeira hora.
Maar het wantrouwen is wederzijds. De McCanns zijn al snel van mening dat de politie veel te laks reageert.
It seemed bloody slow at the time, you know, and I don't know. I mean, again, you've got to put it into perspective. You know, it's a quiet, sleepy place, certainly that time of year. There's no local police, you know, so they have to come from the nearest town. The local police come out. You've got to remember, we had the language barrier as well.
Tegen het advies van de politie in zoekt de familie McCann de publiciteit. Maar al snel worden Kate en Jerry McCann door de media op de korrel genomen.
Madeleine is a beautiful, bright, funny and caring little girl. She is so special. Please, please do not hurt her. Please don't scare her. Please tell us where to find her.
Naar verluidt vindt de politie het gedrag van de McCanns verdacht. Ze vinden dat Kate McCann zo snel na de vermissing te koel en te kalm overkomt.
We need our Madeleine. Sean and Emily need Madeleine, and Madeleine needs us.
Criticam-nos por terem atitudes frias e calculistas ao longo de todo este processo. Na segunda manhã, em que depois do rapto, Kate McCann apareceu numa varanda, frente aos jornalistas, a chorar propositadamente. Ou seja, eu interpretei isso como uma encenação para os mídia. E isso levou-me a que sentisse algum desconforto.
Please give our little girl back. Por favor, devolva a nossa menina.
They were getting advice. If you're too tearful, you're going to have the emotional impact, but you're not going to get the message over. And yes, what comes out of their mouths sounds measured, controlled, and, you know, a nice tempo. They don't speak like that normally. That is a false situation, okay? And they had to work damn hard to get to that place. Because the number of tears that were shed before they went out there, because I saw that, I was backstage there.
In deze sfeer van verdachtmakingen zegt een oud-rechercheur van de gerechtelijke politie op tv dat de McCanns aan partnerruil deden.
Contratar advogados pode ser considerado. Por outro lado, há quem garanta que este é casal que se dedicava a práticas de swing, isto é, relações sexuais entre casais e mudando de parceiro. E que essa prática, levaria de alguma maneira a que numa situação dessas...
Quando diz há quem diga, presumo que esteja a citar há quem diga de quem sabe.
De Portugese politie distancieert zich van de uitlating en ook de McCanns ontkennen dat dit waar is. Maar dit soort verhalen is erg schadelijk. Er komt steeds meer aandacht voor Kate en Jerry McCann. Maar één filmploeg was wel welkom. Toen bekend werd dat deze beelden er waren, gaven de McCanns toestemming om ze voor deze reportage te gebruiken.
How do you know the McCanns?
I know them through my wife Michelle, who was Kate's longest friend. I mean, they met each other back in primary school and stayed lifelong mates.
John Coroner is filmproducer. Hij is ook peetvader van de tweeling van de McCanns. Omdat hij een huisvriend is, al dus de McCanns, mag hij filmbeelden maken voor de lancering van een YouTube-kanaal gewijd aan vermiste kinderen. Op 1 augustus komt hij aan.
Very low-key, very relaxed and very quickly got used to us hanging around.
Hij filmt de McCanns een week lang. Het gezin is net verhuisd naar een villa in de buitenwijken van Lewes.
You can see the twins are just playing, you know, and you can see it's a normal house. You've got toys and stuff on the floor. And what's quite poignant about it is that you see a father sitting on his own in his bedroom in a foreign country, desperately